Right, I think we are live. Hello everybody, welcome. It's Saturday, well, it's afternoon here by me. I'm in Japan, so it's 1 p.m. now. So good morning, good evening, wherever you are. So yeah, gonna do a sort of Convaleria live stream. Trying to keep these up. And do as many of these as I can. And we have Samantha SP who came out today. I did release my video on Samantha. Let's do a trial. I did release my pool video. Luckily I got Samantha after 20 pulls. And I got 1 copy of her Astral gear as well. You know what? I'm actually gonna listen to this mini story. I don't often do that. Usually not interested in these stories. Apple God there. And Angel. Whenever I see Angel, I always think her name is Catherine, because her name was Catherine in the demo. Played the demo so long, I always think of her name as Catherine. Yeah, Samantha SP. Super cool. One of my favorite units. And she's actually a unit I really enjoyed her story in the Spiral of Destinies. The only story I think I really enjoyed in the Spiral of Destinies. It was whoever wrote that really nailed it. It was quite an intense story. So yeah. Right, so they're just showing the alert skill here. I think all these trial units are going to be they're all going to be 5 stars. 5-star units. I just want to check the settings on my stream quickly. Make sure everything's up and running. Okay, cool. Yeah, looks like we are live. Alright. So yeah, I think these units are all 5 stars whenever they show a trial unit. Like, how do you actually tell if a unit is 5 stars or not? Maybe through the trait, yeah. You sort of have to. I mean, unless you know what the stats are, you won't actually know. I do know what she looks at, like at 5 stars, so I can tell she is 5 stars. So yeah, I think all of them are 5 stars. Because this one restores energy at the start of turn. Which can kind of be misleading for a player who's trying to decide if he's going to pull on a unit or not. Because having a unit at 5 stars can be completely different from having a unit at lower stars. And you can't always invest in going all the way to 5 stars. But anyway, it's Samantha. We know Samantha. We know she's awesome. Yeah, look at the range on that alert skill. And then, yeah, so her basic attack is so powerful. It's a basic attack, but it's hitting all of these guys. So her basic attacks are kind of like mini AoE skills. So it's gonna hit them each for 3 hits of 23% magical damage. And so we target him, but these guys are adjacent to him, so they're also getting punished. And plus all the crits that's gonna happen. So hard to keep up with this stuff. You have to slow the battle down. They're all branded. You see that branding mark? And then she pops them with the judgment. So it's not actually the damage she's doing on her skills. Like, it's not actually the basic attack damage that she's doing that's important. It's just her passive judgment that is important. It's the fact that her basic attack brands the enemy, which means because he's branded, he's gonna be like executed for judgment, if that makes any sense. And then he gets the judgment damage. Okay. Okay, now they've given us the big AoE skill here. I'm actually gonna test out some of our other skills that I haven't tested out before, like this, the fire skill. I want to see how that works. And also test out the Nirvana weapon on her. So I think I have Luvata. I think I have her astral weapon. We see if that works with her. Someone did suggest trying that thing out. Tair says weapon gotcha. What do you mean by that? You want us to do pulls on the weapon? Weapon gotcha. Weapon gotcha. Still not sure what you mean. Okay, so now she can actually use both of these skills. Is that what they want us to do here? Because she has enough energy. Yeah, I guess that's what they want us to do here, because we're not going to kill all of them. See, they're all branded. Each of them had that little star mark on them. It's a nice way to tell if they're branded or not. Impossible, how can you attack those not even in front of you? Lash is like, how can she be so OP? Speed this up. So we should need to help these angels out. Wow, the range on that was... Wait a minute. Let me just go back. Oh yeah, of course, she's 5 stars, so she has global range on the judgment. At the end of her turn, she triggers Judgment Strike. And Radiant Watch is going to be expanded to just global. So yeah, she hits those guys over there. But oh, okay, I get it. So these angels are part of the they are part of Papal. That means that's why they were doing like basic attacks on these enemies, because they were branding each of them, so they each have the eye there. And the angel up here as well, they just branded these guys. And so they're basically trying to demonstrate here that no matter where Samantha is, she can execute judgment globally. There she pops them, all of them. Okay, let's take a look at that that Luvata weapon on her. So yeah, no, I did pull on her astral thing, if that's what you're asking. And just got 1 copy of this thing, unfortunately. Can't go any more for that. Like, there's a lot to pull on this. You have to pull on her, you have to, if you want to pull on the astral imprint. I don't know if this is a must pull. It is certainly nice on her. And then you also have the option of pulling for her debut unit. So there's so much to pull for here, which can be a trap. And it can get you bad. You can end up blowing all of your hope luck site if you go on impulse. So you gotta be careful. And yeah, so I just pulled like 10 pulls on the debut. Didn't get her. And I pulled 30 or 40 or so of these, just got 1 copy. And so, yeah, you need to know when to stop. But also, like, you can also give yourself more time and wait a few weeks to see who's the next unit that's coming out. And if it's like a unit you want to skip, then maybe you can try for another copy or two of this. So yeah, you don't have to do everything on the day that they release. You can give yourself some time to decide and plan, update your plan. You still have 2 weeks before the next debut unit comes out. And yeah, anyway. Let's take a look at Samantha with some other things, other gear. There she is. 1-star Samantha. Some of you got some crazy luck. What was it? Somebody got 3 copies of her apparently in 130 pulls. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna swap out this signature of hers. Do I have... Yes, I do have Nirvana. So I'm gonna try this one out. Do I star this thing up? Like, oh. Will I ever get another copy of that? Yeah, so it's in this one over here with the Nightmare Puppet, Nocturnal Glow, Nirvana. Probably never gonna pull in this pack again, so I don't think I'll ever get another Nirvana. So maybe I'll just keep it at 1 stars then. Just in case I need another copy. But interesting if we try and use this one. But you do need the 2 stars though, yeah. Either way, you'll need the 2 stars. Okay. Right, so let's see here. So, somebody said, how about this one? Instead of an astral gear, is this going to be an option? I'm curious to see. So we do get the AoE damage increase 10%. We are 2 stars here. When dealing damage and scoring critical hit, there's a 25% chance. Huh? You have to first hit a crit, and then you only get the 25% chance to inflict ignition. Okay. But I mean, if there's a lot of enemies, the chances can go up. Lasting for 1 turn. How much damage does ignition do? Life loss of 25% of Samantha's physical attack and magic attack. Each target can only be inflicted once at the start of a turn. Force the tiles of the closest enemies within 3 tiles to become burning. That's cool. That's guaranteed. For 2 turns with cooldown of 3 turns. Not bad. Even at 2 stars. And the chance goes up to 50% there. Four tiles here instead. 75% chance there. Cooldown of 2 turns. AoE damage is increased also to 15%. 3 stars. 5 stars we've got. Yeah, if you have a 5-star copy of this is gonna be nice. I think this would be an option then. What do you guys think? Would this actually even be better than her astral weapon? AoE damage. But if you have a 5-star copy of this, yeah. Maybe you're using it for Luvata, I don't know. AoE damage 20%. Then you have 100% chance if you score crit to inflict ignition. So that's going to be 25% DOT on those enemies. Enemies with 5 tiles get burning tiles with a cooldown of just 2 turns. Okay. Do I have the resources to upgrade this? Yes. And then I'm also gonna give this one a... I'm just testing out the cup and wand engraving as well. Because I want to see if we can refund all the energy and reset the cooldowns. And test that out as well. This is just experimentation. If anyone's watching this and thinking, why am I building her like this? This isn't how you really should be building her. It's just experimentation. Let's try again. I mean, it's not important. We got the 8% there. Don't even need to use that. Maybe I should experiment with the tarots as well. I think, yeah, if you're using Nirvana also, then you may want to use Justice to increase the crit chance. Because you're only sitting at 15% crit chance if you don't have an Astral Gear. Just to experiment, we're going to change this as well. Justice. See if we can make a nice one here. Magic attack. Ooh, magic attack 8% there. And then we get the bonus as well. Let's just go for this one. So we can increase crit damage with this tarot 15%. Equip that. Yeah, so this is an alternate build here. Maybe we change this as well. Is there something else we can try here? You can go for this alert thing as well, Hunter's Intuition, if you're increasing damage for her alert skill. But the thing is, like, her alert skill is only 1 turn, so it doesn't get as much value as Momo, who does her alert for like 3 turns. So you're just gonna get those 3 hits increased by 25%. That's why this doesn't really make too much sense. And most of the damage is not actually coming from the hits from the alert. It rather comes from the fact that you're doing again that passive judgment damage to the enemies. Because if she hits an enemy with alert, that enemy will be marked for judgment again. Yeah. I mean, I like this Bloodlight's amulet. Is a bit rare. I think this is perfect for her. But then also this one's good. Then also, Shield of Justice. Increase attack and defense 6%. Get a physical shield. This thing's good on everyone. What else? This thing maybe? Not for me, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a Shield of Justice. Just for fun. Space Time Ring, does this make any sense on her? Does she need to reposition? Not really. She's got all the range in the world. Yeah, so this thing, somebody made a really good point. Because Karis 2.0, because she can use support skills as an instant now, she can even use this item support, which is a support, as an instant. So she can use Berserk Incense, which is going to increase her damage. And this is a rare one as well. You can increase damage to a maximum of 20%. And then you also get extra movement, so you give your Karis another 1 tile movement. That's wild. Even 1 stars is fine because you still get the 1 tile movement. That's Karis. And yeah, I think that's about it. None of these make sense on her. Yeah, okay, let's try this out. She can go to these new tarot stages. Okay, this is quite a tough stage. Wonder if Samantha can beat this stage on her own. So who do you want to bring with for Karis? For Samantha, sorry. Karis is an obvious one. You're gonna get the leadership aura to increase attack and defense. I don't think she's doing piercing. I don't think she benefits from the piercing damage there. So that's not really much that Karis is giving her. Is it? Now, who else is good with Samantha SP currently? You see, the thing is, she likes to have grapple units and aggression units that can brand enemies. Excuse me. So, aggression, yeah, aggression and grapple units. So, there's not really a lot of grapple units though who do attacks, who do active attacks. Aggression, yeah, I think there's a few of them, but there's not really a lot of grapple units that can do branding for her. I mean, Tahir is not doing any attacks, and basic attacks don't count as well. Tahir, Credenz is not gonna be doing really, just Karis, I guess. We don't really have a lot of strong grapple units or offensive grapple units besides Samantha. So you need to run aggression units. Who's aggression again? This is if you want to do the branding. So Nono Wills. Oh, Rawia SP, interesting. Homa as well. Okay. Even August. Tristan. Tristan, I pulled a copy of just this earlier today, so she's almost at 4 stars. Or 5 stars, sorry. What did she get at 5 stars? Berserk state lasts for 4 turns. And non-instant skills cooldown reduced by 2 turns. Wow, energy cost reduced by 1. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I want to check that out. Maybe I'll do it now. Is it worth it though to use all this? $19. Nah. Okay, why don't we try, just to see how the branding works, we can try like Homa. And maybe Rawia? Okay, so we can use, you can see if I, these guys are so weak. I can't even show you now. Is there any attack? Does Homa have an active attack? Yeah, I can't even show you now. We'll just have to beat down on these enemies. And then go to the next stages where there's stronger enemies. Yeah, we're just one-shotting everyone. Let's just get this over with. So how does that Nirvana work? First time I'm using this. Oh, there. It actually worked already. So she put this guy on fire there. Nice. Cool. And that's like guaranteed. She gonna do it to this guy as well? Oh yeah, there's a cooldown on that. Okay, so let's just go to the strongest stage, yeah. One-shotting everything. Yeah, I never realized she works with Rawia and Homa, August. Ooh, wait, we're on the wrong stage here. Yeah, let's go to this one. Yeah, I think there's stronger enemies here with the new tarots. Okay. So even August can mock enemies. Everyone this way, she says. Let's get into battle. Right, so what I wanted to say earlier was, so she is aggression, so she can help Samantha and mock enemies. So you need to be within 5 tiles, I think it is, of Samantha before 5 stars. Oh yeah, also you need to have that Radiant Watch aura on Samantha. And she doesn't have it yet, she only gets that at 3 stars. So we can't even do that. Yeah, they don't have the Radiant Watch on them, so... Let's first get the Radiant Watch activated. You can just tank for us. Okay, so we can activate Radiant Watch. Don't actually want to kill these guys. Just... You can do it with both of these skills. I'm just going to use the AoE here. Oh, there we go. That resonance activated there. Which means... No ways, you're confusing me. Oh, the resonance activates, but it didn't refund the energy cost. And the cooldown hasn't been reset. How does that work? Does it just not work? Or am I missing something here? Okay, so... Now we've got Radiant Watch buff. Because we were within 5 tiles of her and she's got her Radiant Watch on her. She's glowing there. Now we can use a unit like Homa to mark enemies, but you can't mark enemies with basic attacks as well. So I'll just demonstrate, yeah. Yeah, he's got no marking there. It's like a little eye icon. What? So what skill, class skills does she have? Again, I've not used Homer much, but I think this one is. Yeah, that worked. You could see the little, there's like a cross icon above him. So he's got the branding for 2 turns. Cool. Even August. He could do something like this. Now he didn't brand him there. Probably because his skill was an instant. That skill also doesn't work. Is that not a class skill? I'm so confused now. He is aggression, so... Look, he does have the Radiant Watch. Before attacking with class skill, inflicts Judgment Brand. So he should be able to do it. So you're telling me this is not a class skill? Class skills. It's a class skill. How does that not mark him? You know, this game can get really confusing with these little nitty-gritty mechanics that's not actually specified. Wait. I think I saw him get... Now he got marked. But he did. It does work. One, two, three, four, five. Do you have to be within 5 tiles of her? If we're over here, we're not within 5 tiles of her. We do the same skill. No branding. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 tiles. So it looks like you need to be within 5 tiles. He's mocked. Okay. Okay, I think I get it now. Okay. Let's see. So he's got Radiant Watch because he's within 5 tiles of her. I understand that. That they specify. If I move him here, he's now not within 5 tiles of her. Does that mean he loses Radiant Watch? Yeah. Okay, I see. That's interesting. It's the weirdest buff. You don't have a buff for this kind of mechanics. So you can have the buff and then you can lose the buff if you go away from her. If you go 5 tiles away from her. You need to stay within 5 tiles of Samantha to keep that buff. Then you can brand enemies. And if he ends his turn now and he has the buff, then he'll also gain regen for his next turns. That's so confusing. Wow. They don't specify these things, you see? So yeah, like he's got it, yeah. He's got Radiant Watch on him, yeah, because he's within 5 tiles of her. If we reposition him too far away from her, then he loses it. It's gone. I didn't know that. But at 5 stars, that whole Radiant Watch mechanic thing becomes a global, so it doesn't matter where you are. But yeah, that was interesting. So yeah, I think August could be cool with Samantha because you have a group of enemies here. And Samantha's so slow, she moves last. Usually. You know. Except for support units. So then you could do something like this. And this is a nice AoE that should brand all of these enemies. Yeah, all of them got that mark, you see. They're all branded. And then she just ends a turn and they'll get popped. She's not 5 stars, so it's not global, so she needs to be within 5 tiles. Does she? Let's see. If I move her here. Okay. Okay, so that's global. Whether you're 5 stars or not. Whether you're 1 stars, 5 stars, that execution of judgment is a global effect. Yeah, you learn something new every day. So I'll just go over that again. So at the end of a turn, triggers Judgment Strike. Deals 30% magical AoE damage to enemies with Judgment Brand in battle. Okay, it does specify that. So anyone in battle. That's really cool. So you can do something like that. That's cool. August just marked them for her. She's chilling here. She just ends the turn and pops them. Boom. See you later, bro. And I like August because he's a very mobile unit actually. With his hassle, he can move very far. He has 2 actions, so he can move and go and brand enemies very easily. It's actually the first time I'm using Homo with August. So yeah, let's try this out. Just put you on the side there. And then you got your August here, right? And like I say, he's a very mobile unit because he can just, when he's at high ranks, you can just put on his hassle. Give him that rage. And so look how far he could move from the start of the battle. Like further than most units. And so he could go and do something like this. Oh, this is with Homer though, so he's moving a little further. Extra 2 tiles further. But you could do something like this. And he's gonna mark them. He's got shields. Keeps him safe. So those guys on that side of the battlefield are gonna get dealt with. Meanwhile, Samantha's over here dealing with everyone on this side of the battlefield. Ah, yeah, 1 star Samantha. She runs out of energy on the first turn. She can't use both of these. So you gotta alternate, which is also fine. It's not that bad. You could also do this. So she'll deal with these guys. Slow this down. They've all been branded. It's so fast you can't see that branding, but then she pops them and she pops those guys that August marked over there. They're still alive though. So yeah, your low star Samantha is not going to be doing that many, but you can see the damage they've taken there. And they've got lots of shields, that's why they're alive. So your low star Samantha is not going to be dealing like tons of crits, you know. 5 stars she's going to be doing like at, what is it? Yeah, I think it's 3 stars where she does 15% crit. But at 5 stars, it's 50% crit. So yeah, we are running Justice now. And we're getting a few crits. Everything's at 5 stars basically. She gets the energy recovery at 5 stars. She gets the 50% crit at 5 stars. She gets global Radiant Watch. So she can give her allies that Radiant Watch globally. They don't have to stay within 5 stars of her. So much happens at 5 stars. You gotta get your Samantha SP to 5 stars. Just like Inanna has to get to 5 stars. Okay, yeah, so I forgot about Nirvana. We're also testing that out. So there's a nice flame tiles all over the place now with Nirvana. Extra bits of damage as well. AoE damage is increased with Nirvana. Yeah. Oh, one more thing I want to check with Samantha. Is this resonance? Is it refunding energy? Okay, it didn't activate there. Let's try again. Restart this. So how is Homer's auto? August is not bad, he does the hassle. Okay, it didn't activate there as well. Still hasn't activated. Because the last time we checked, it wasn't working. The resonance wasn't refunding her energy. It was very confusing. She won't have energy now for like 2 turns, just basic attacks, which is also very strong, you can see. Because again, it's not her attacks that do the damage just, it's the fact that she's branding enemies. Just because they're branded, they're gonna take judgment damage. Another... Okay, there she does it. Still didn't activate though. Yeah. It's not activating. Let's see if it works now. Wow. That guy had shields on. It's just not activating. It activated there. On standby. I didn't know this thing can activate on standby. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's so weird. What's it refunding if it activates on standby? Look at that. Activates. What's it actually gonna refund? That means the thing's gonna go down on cooldown now for like 20 turns. Well, let's try the alert skill. It activates. I don't think it's gonna work with the alert skill. Yeah, the alert skill is still on thingy. Cooldown there. Try again. Okay. Come on, activate. It's 50% chance. There we go. It doesn't work, guys. It does not work. It seems. Did not refund the energy. Yeah. Did not reset the cooldown. There's the verdict. There is the verdict. Why not? Can someone please explain to me why this resonance does not work? At the end of the turn, there is a 50% chance to gain engraving resonance when using an active skill. Next time, refunds the energy consumed and resets the cooldown. Unless I've been reading this wrong all the time. Wait, does not trigger in real time. Okay, yeah, PvP. When using an active skill next time. What does that mean? When using an active skill next time. Does it mean the next skill she uses, it's gonna refund it? Resets the cooldown. Anybody have any idea? I mean, we can try the next turn. Ah, it worked. It worked. It worked for the alert skill there. Now the alert skills refresh cooldown. We can activate the alert skill twice. I'm so confused. I didn't actually know how this resonance works because I only use it on Papal God. And so he can use like 2 skills consecutively. Okay. Okay, so it is for the next skill. Which means I end the turn, she's got the resonance now. So the next time she uses a skill. The reason it confused me is because Papal God has like an instant, and so it happens on the same turn. So I've never actually used it on another unit besides him. Which means if I use this skill, it's gonna be... the 3 energy is gonna be returned and the cooldown is gonna be... reset. Look at that. It works. Wow. You can go again. You can go again. And now the whole thing, the resonance is on cooldown, so you won't be able to do that again. For what, 3 turns or something? But still, it's nice. I don't know if it's worth it though to run this resonance. Because we just go back to the first turn, yeah. Like... you only get the benefits from the second turn. And it means you cannot use the big AoE skill on the first turn, because then you won't have like energy and stuff. You could go for the alert on the first turn. You could do a basic attack. She ends a turn. She gets the resonance. Okay, she didn't get it now, fortunately. So she didn't get it there. If we do a basic attack again, can she get it now? Yeah, she got it now. So yeah, there's a bit of luck. And so now she's got it. Which means she can do it from the third turn now, for example. She can do one now, and then she can do another one on the 4th turn again. I don't know if it's worth it to go for the resonance just for this. But it is an alternative way if you're struggling with energy. Yeah, I mean, now she can even use both of these consecutively. She's also got built-in regen. She's good. She ain't gonna die. This is not the end, she says when she's dying. It's not over. Yeah, and I guess at this point, it helps you ramp up in the battle, and then you've got little energy problems, and she's spamming these things. Maybe I'll run it a while longer. Huh. She's crazy. This is probably one of my favorite tarots, the Hangman's tarot. Damage over time increases. Excited to see how this works on Lutfi. Lutfi, another unit I'm not that experienced with. Lutfi, Kavara, it's gonna be good on them. All the DOT guys are gonna benefit from that tarot. So yeah, will I run this resonance permanently on her? Not sure, but maybe. The reason I'm sort of in two minds about it is because, you know, if you're using a cup resonance, then you get a little bit of a lower roll, I think, on the magic attack. I think the most you can get is 15%. If you run sword, it can go up to 20%. Is it? So you're missing that extra 5% magic attack? Roundabout? No? No, I'm not sure about it. Yeah, 4, 8. Yeah, I think you can get 20% using a sword. And then if you use a cup resonance, it goes up to only 15%. Otherwise, I'm just confusing myself here. Let's just try this with a legendary cup max. I've got 8% now. 9% there. Yeah, see there, I mean, it's 11% magic attack, up to a maximum of, is it 15%? I mean, so if it's 15%, and if the sword can give you 20%, then you're gonna miss out on some magic attack. Oh, not just that, also obviously the resonance for sword and 1 is also going to increase your attack 12% and defense 12%. No, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. I think sword and 1D is going to be better. Because you can always play around the energy consumption. If something's on cooldown, you can just alternate between the alert and the AoE. You can get energy when she takes a hit as well. So there's other ways. Yeah, it's not worth it to lose all of that. At 5%. in your magic attack, and then you're still losing that 12%. Not for me. And stick to the sword and wand. Now, do I want to keep Nirvana though? We got a 2-star Nirvana. For now, I'm actually just gonna run this just to test this. 2-star Nirvana. Should I though? Wait. And we're gonna miss out on the crit and the crit damage though. She was igniting enemies though. Nah, stick to her thing. Okay. And then I'll put a sword on here. We got magic attack 15 there. Plus magic defense 8%. It's not bad. Try one more. Yeah, I'll just stick with the magic attack 15%. It's good. I like it. Okay. So yeah, and in terms of the verdict of justice, yeah, if we're running this now, then we're currently sitting at 30% crit chance. Are we? Yeah. Crit chance 15%. Trait. Trait's not giving us any crit chance, is it? Only at 3 stars we increase crit by 15%. Yeah, so Total B says, I say Prism 5-star is better than her 1-star signature. Oh yeah, completely forgot about that. Yeah, completely forgot about this thing. 5-star Prism. Increase magic attack by 10% upon casting an AoE attack for each one target hit. Increase magical damage and piercing damage dealt by 10%. So we can get that 20%. She's not doing piercing damage, right? But we get the 20% magic damage plus, yeah, plus 10% in magic. Completely forgot about this one. So just raw damage is increased there. Yeah. That you're totally right. I should be waiting until I can until this is unlocked in the store, and then I get more copies of this before I start running this thing. For now, I'll be running the diffusing prism. It's much better. 5 stars. Yeah, it's just for magical, the 20% magical damage, not for the piercing damage. Unless, maybe if you were running this ring, this is why some people run this ring. But that's nothing compared to her judgment damage that she's doing anyway. So yeah. I wish I had a higher star in Nirvana to test out, but I think it's decent. The signature weapons are rigged at least at less than 3 stars. Yeah. Yeah. Totally. It's like, yeah, just like you said, it's better to go for a free weapon, the diffusing prism, than to go for 1 star. No one's gonna want to go for 1 star. They want you to pull at least to 3 stars. Then that will outweigh the cost. then that will outweigh the diffusing prism only at like 3 stars. The diffusing prism at 5 stars. So yeah. I'm just hardcore disciplined in that I'm not going to go above certain amount of pulls that I went for 1 star, and then I'm just going to wait for the rest to come out of the store. I'm a little bit worried though about that package in the store, because isn't that thing going to come out with some other bad astral gears as well? I'm not too sure. So the next package is going to come out. Who's going to be in the next package? We already have Rico. And then Lutfi, and then Inanna in there. Totally, so... But still, her signature weapons will shine. I'm still saving Astral Charge for when it comes out. Yeah, it's exactly what I'm doing as well. Saving for her Astral Gear, Camelot's Astral Gear, as well as Yserind. I also need... I think I'm going to need 4 copies of Yserind for Nungal SP. But I don't think that's actually necessary. I think I'm going to just go for 2 copies of Yserin's gear. What is best trout for her? Nice. What is the best trout for? What do you mean, trout? That's totally fine. You can test it yourself. Just my thoughts. Yeah. So these are now the units. These are now the astral gear for the latest units. Now, what's the next package gonna be? Isn't it going to be Marcial, Farlin, and then Samantha? That's quite a tough package if that comes out. If you don't have those units like Marcial and Farlin, it could be a rough one for you. I've got Farlin, so I don't mind if I get unlucky and I pull Farlin's astral weapon. You know, Farlin or Samantha SP if it's their weapon. So Total B says yes. It's Marcial, Farlin, Samantha SP. Okay, cool. Yeah. Farlin, but for me, Marcial is going to be a dud because I don't have Marcial. Unless Marcial's astral weapon can be used for other units. Can't remember now. But I'm thinking about players who've like skipped the collab units. It's going to be rough. If you want to go for Samantha SB. Yeah. Anyway. I've been complaining about this, but I don't think they're gonna change. Because I want Shield of Justice. I'm so scared I'm gonna get another army breaking spear. But I mean, Blood Luxite Amulet is not bad, right? This one's on Samantha SP. It's very good on her. Oh, Nice says, oh, I mean Tarot. Oh, Tarot. So I think the Magician is good for her. Or she's doing... everything she does is AoE damage. So she's hitting lots of enemies. Then she gets even more. For each enemy she hits with the Magician, she's going to increase that damage. So I think that's kind of hands down. Unless you don't have an astral gear, you have low crit chance and you want to get crits, more crits, then you can run maybe the Justice Tarot to increase a crit chance and a crit damage. But I don't know, I think Magician just gives you that reliable damage. Shield of Justice, man. I so badly want Shield of Justice. Cool thing is though, I'm working on a Nungal SP guide. And this army breaking spear can actually be used for Nungal as well. I think it can be decent on her. So all that 4 army breaking spears that I pulled, trying to get the Shield of Justice, I can actually use if I get Nungal. Yeah, no problem, you're welcome, Nice. So yeah, I guess this package isn't too bad then. For the Blood Luxite Amulet as well. Magical AoE damage on your Kavare, etc., your Luvata, your Samantha SP. even now I'm thinking of pulling on this, but I know it's, yeah, it's brutal, man. It's brutal, guys. It's what they do to us. It's what they do to us. Ooh, I did get some of these. So yeah. I've been pulling on these, right? And I know you shouldn't pull on these. You should just pull on the 5,000 memory crystals. And then you save up for the 70,000. But they're forcing my hand because there's so many things we have to pull for. I just don't have the pulls. So I've been collecting the 5 pulls and the 10 pulls over here. I don't pull on the 20,000. I pull on the 5,000 and the 15,000. Just recently because I just don't have the pulls. And I've been looking. The reason I'm not gonna go for the selector is because there's like nothing I want inside of the selector. If I go to the latest units here. So Naisu's got, I got 3 amulet, 1 shield of justice, and the rest is spear. Yeah, one shield. Yeah, I think I got 1 or 2 shields as well. It's brutal. And if you look at the latest selector, there are nice units in here, but there's nothing I'm desperate for here. So I don't know if it's worth saving for the 70,000 just for this. Like, I've got everyone I want. Maybe Layla I would have wanted earlier. Not so much now. Pamina I still want. She's the one unit I'm looking for now. But I don't think it's worth it going for the 70,000. Nungal is kind of like Pamina as well. They can be interchanged. Pamina and Nungal are they have a lot of parallels as well. Otherwise, Agatha, I wish I would have had her, but at this point, it's fine. Nothing else. I got Homa, was the one unit I wanted. And so, I know there's going to be new units added to the next one, but like, when is the next one coming out? It's going to be a while. You guys know how long it takes for these to come out. Yeah, it took like, was it a year before this came out? Is the next one gonna come out like next year or so? So in the meantime, I'm like, you know what? Let me just go for the 10 pools that I get there. Total B, you got a good roster, by the way. Thanks, man. Yeah, I think I have a decent roster for a free-to-play player. I've never spent on a unit any money. Just planning and grinding. Naisu, Coco worth it? I don't have her yet. Coco, let's take a look at Coco. So, Coco worth it. Oh, you mean in terms of going for the selector? What do you guys think? Is Coco worth it for the selector right now? Or is it too late to start charm farting her? I always get that mixed up. Farm sharding her, charm farting her. Because nice, you have to get, you don't have to, but Coco, she's like 5 stars is where you want to get her, because then she's gonna guarantee to give happiness. The 2 allies around her, she's gonna give the happiness, which is gonna reduce energy consumption by 1, and the cooldown is reduced by 1. This is a very valuable effect. Not a lot of units have this. It's her and it's Yserind. Sorry, it's her and it's Credenza have this effect. Very powerful effect. She's a very powerful unit, even in the Chinese service now. Yeah, she's not. Totobi says she's not worth it. Yeah, she had been power crept. You need 5 stars for her to shine, which takes around 3 months. So yeah, you're spending 70,000 of your memory crystals, and then you have to spend 3 months of your time investing in her. And by 3 months, she'll fall down even more. Then you can, yeah, exactly, totally. You can just go for Credenza now. Anyway. So it's just too late at this point. It's not worth your time. Although she's fantastic. Maybe you can get her in a dual banner. She will come out again in another dual banner if you really, really want her. And you don't use her that much for auto. Or, I mean, maybe you do. Maybe you do. I'm just the kind of guy who just goes all out attack on my auto teams. I don't know if some people run support units on their auto teams. Coco will be good on support though. So nice. So I can't pull Credenza because I use all my resources on Samantha. You still got time. You got 2 weeks. Who's coming out next? Yeah, it should be Credenza, right? Are they gonna come out together? The Papal Gals? The sisters? You got 2 weeks to save for Credenza. Then she'll still be out for another 2 weeks. So in total you have 4 weeks. You have a month to save a few pools. You can try, like, what I do now is I try on a unit that, you know, so the units that's like not top priority, I just try like 20 pools. Because somebody suggested in the comments that's what he does. If it's a unit that he's not like that into, he'll just try 20 pulls for just for chance. And then if he pulls it, then it's, hey, I got the unit for free. If he doesn't, then so what? I was gonna skip it anyway. Hey Avalon, how you doing, man? How's life treating you? Yeah, nice. What other, I mean, what other support units do you have? Because you don't have Coco. You don't have a unit that does cooldown reduction. So maybe Credenza is going to be even more important for you. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, if I was you, I would just try 20 pulls and then, like, just leave it there. Because if you don't have Coco and you don't have Tair, what other support units are really good? And if you don't have like Safia, or we don't have Falin, if you don't have any of these units, and then you just skip Credenza, then like who's gonna be your support unit for the Tower of Adversity or for boss stages? But yeah, maybe you'll have to skip. It's just brutal on all of us, right? Free to play, low spenders. But yeah, like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream as well, you know, there's so many things to pull for here. There's so many things to pull for here. Don't fall into the trap where it's like you spend all your pulls on Samantha SP like as today as she comes out. You still got time to decide later if you want to pull maybe for one copy of this or so. Yeah. Toto B saying rely on banner for cooldown reduction. The banner. Avalon. I just use skip and auto combat. Skip. Permanent skip settings. I mean, sometimes, yeah, not sometimes. The game's like Dialogue Simulator 2025. Oh man, the amount of nonsense dialogue in this game is ridiculous. Please stop wasting our time. I don't want to know the backstory of some mob who's trying to transport his tomatoes to the other side of the town, and you have to now hear his whole backstory before the mission starts. Please, man. Like, use dialogue sparingly. Like, they've overused dialogue, so at this point it's like we just ignore everything they say. We don't know what's important anymore because they've overused dialogue. Hey Hockey, how you doing, man? No, I'm good. I'm good. Hope you're taking care of your health. And all those things. You know. SOC can be so draining. So draining on me. I actually had to start exercising more. And grinding less. Yeah. But yeah. The dialogue can be too much. Too much. Like, yeah. So if they just show dialogue like where it actually matters, then we'd be like, hey, I want to hear what they're saying. I actually want to hear what August is saying in this dialogue or something like that. But they've overused it, so it's like just skip, skip, skip. Especially in the Spiral of Destinies, man. It gets brutal. Yeah. Yeah, so just be careful like what you're pulling for. So many traps in here. So many traps in here. Especially this one. I did 10 pulls on this and I was like, that's it for me. I'm done. In and out. Yeah, why don't we take a look at the new tarots? A little bit. I've been waiting a long time for the Hangman Tarot. So Hockey says, yeah, I saw people pull OG Samantha thinking it's SP Samantha. Oh, that's brutal. Or didn't they recognize they pulled SP Samantha and kept... Oh man, they kept going. That's confusing. If you I got confused actually. I actually got confused this morning. I was like, huh? Oh, Samantha SP? Should I pull on this? I was like, Samantha SP, sit, debut putty. Yeah, this is actually a trap as well, man. This can get you. That's brutal. Hopefully they got her though, you know. Hopefully they at least got Samantha OG. If they pulled on her by accident. Yeah, especially new players, man. Which one is which? Yeah. Anyway. But I'm happy for the new tarot, man. For DOT, because I love DOT. At least they didn't use dark patterns, like have OG Samantha banner at the top as first selection. Avalon says, why God don't like me? He gave me excite for normal Samantha. Ah man, God loves you, man. That's just gotcha bad luck. It's got nothing to do with that. God's got you, man. Finally the Hangman Tarot's out, so I can use this guy properly. Or let's see. So I actually gave him this one, yeah. Don't actually have a good one yet. So I haven't used Lutfi a lot, but a lot of people have been saying he's like good. The reason I haven't been using him is because the DOT he does isn't the most amazing if you compare it to Kavares and those kind of guys. But the decoy though, I must admit that when somebody said, you know, you can actually cheese missions where you're actually breaking the game to that point, it made sense. You know, you can really mess with the AI for Lutfi, so try him out. Ooh, that would have been a good one. I prefer Judgment still on Lutfi. It triggers his life loss. Judgment. Ah. DOT increased by 8%. Oh, yeah. Right. Dispels 2 buffs from 1 random anime with 2 tiles around the character. Hmm? Each debuff inflicted on it. After casting support or debuff skills on the enemy. So does it work with this thing? Ah. Try that sometime. Where is Hangman? I don't have a great one. But yeah, like this one, you're getting the 8% there. With the additional, you're getting additional increases by 6% when the character... He's always going to be healthy, right? Because he's in the decoy. So that we're at now... We're now at 14% there. And then... yeah, and then he's always healthy, so it's going to be 20% increase in his DOT. What do you guys run for his trinket? I don't have the best gear for him, but anyway, let's try that Hangman. So if we're looking at his trait, right, you get 20% on top of this. Now I feel like he's much better with the DOT. At 5%, yeah. Just play around with him. I do actually want to 5-star him, I just don't have the slots. I don't really have the slots, but I will try. Actually forgot to start farming my Farlin. Need to start getting her to 3 stars as well. Yeah, I mean... like this is what makes Lutfi so good. Is that he's messing with the AI. They don't know what to do. They're like, huh? Is there something there? There's something there, but there's like, we can't see anything. It's messing with them. See? I mean, these enemies aren't that tough, you know, so... Avalon says, I have 100 pull left for guarantee. Hope I have luck for her, for getting her early. You mean Samantha? So you haven't pulled on Samantha yet? Yeah, play a little bit more with Lutfi. See how it goes. Samantha SP, yeah. Good luck for that, man. I pulled on the judgment card. Don't think it matters, but that one served me well. So let's play around with Samantha. You guys were 1 year earlier, so we were just doing some experimentation as well. We looked at talking about Nirvana as well. We tried this one out. It's pretty decent, you know. If you run this thing, if you have a high star copy of Nirvana, then you're gonna do AoE damage increase 20%. You can do the ignition, which is life loss on the enemies, and then you're gonna get the burning tiles as well. We ran this and it's not bad. Even at 2 stars, AoE damage increased by 10%. Oh, you did test with these. Yeah, I think it's not bad. I think it's not bad, Hawky. AoE damage increased, the ignition, especially if you don't have Samantha's thing. Get some more life loss and things here, the AoE damage. With this, you're gonna forego the crit chance, especially. So yeah. You know, you get the fire damage instead of the... So yeah, totally, Nirvana is also good for... Yeah. Yeah, finally I have a reasonable user for Nirvana if you don't have Luvata. Yeah, I pulled this and I wasn't happy I got it because I didn't have Luvata. But now I can actually showcase this thing. We also ran the resonance for her. Someone suggested running the cup and the wand to reset the cooldown and give the energy back. We ran this on her and it does technically work. But that means you can spam for 2 turns, you can spam like a big AoE twice. And maybe even use an alert skill like from the second turn onwards, which is nice, but I think it still doesn't outweigh the benefits of having the sword and wand resonance, because with the sword engraving you can go up to 20%. Correct me if I'm wrong here. You can go up to 20% magic attack, and then with the cup you can only go up to 15%. So you lose like 5% magic attack, plus you're not going to get this 12% if she moves those tiles. So you're losing something like 17% of her output overall, just so that you can have some energy recovery and use that skill like twice in a row. So I think it doesn't really work. So we were experimenting with those things. Also with a Verdict of Justice. This you can use to help increase the crit chance if you don't have astral gear. So we ran that, but normally I'll go for the Magician. I forgot where we put that good one. Who has it now? Oh, is this no? That's this one. I think normally I would run something like this, but I only have 1 stars of this. So it's better to just run Diffusing Prism at this point. Let's see what we got. Ooh, magic attack 20%. Not boasting. But yeah, magic attack 20%. Yeah, so... But you need to run her with Levata because it may cause burning tiles. And then... Can I see a special skill? I think I have a special skill somewhere. I think Resonance Engraving also works on here. Good for burst stages. Yeah, maybe that works on burst stages. No flat magic attack. Samantha SP builds may vary depending on the map. Yeah, and the mobs you're facing. But for now, like Totobi says, Diffusing Prism is also a bit better. Let's see if I can find that. That skill. Yeah, I don't. Where is it? Maybe. Right, let's see. So yeah, so it's this wait. But off the top of my head, it's like basically it's a reaction skill where you have to have yeah, indestructible faith. Yeah. So you need to have 3 energy. I think it's 3 or more energy, and then when she dies, she just basically revives for full HP. So yeah, it's not gonna affect your output on her. That reaction skill is not going to affect her actual output. It's more for survivability, so that you can revive with full HP, but you have to have a lot of energy for her. And so it's a ton of energy she's going to need. She already needs 3 energy for this bad boy. For that reaction skill, she needs to have 3 energy, just like onto her, and then she can revive. If she doesn't have the 3 energy, then she can't revive. Although she does revive for full HP. Yeah. I think if you have 5 stars of Samantha, you're gonna have plenty energy. Because she recovers 1 energy each turn. So you're gonna have excess energy, which means you can use those other skills. And then she'll probably always have 3 energy lying around somewhere where she can revive if she goes down. Making her very tanky. Yeah. That's a lot of investment for Samantha. Oh yeah, I forgot. So I did unlock this skill just for fun. Instead of a support skill, I haven't actually tested this thing before. Let's mess around with this one. So this one's gonna give us bound vision, which is a unique debuff to reduce the enemy's range by 1 tile. Movement down 1, and then also she also has some burning here as well. So imagine using this with Nirvana. Samantha becomes like this flaming mage all of a sudden. Someone suggested a build as well that he does, a really funny build where he's using energy recovery, this skill, and he's like just spamming this thing like every turn. Yeah, but I didn't actually get the energy recovery skill, this one. Not sure which one I'm gonna run. I didn't get this one. But yeah, he got this skill and he was like just spamming things on it. I have ran this one before on my Taiwanese account. I first started Samantha SP running this skill because I thought she needs the energy, but she doesn't actually need this skill. She'll end up having like, as the battle proceeds, she'll have more energy than she needs. And then you're kind of wasting a slot with this, whereas you can replace this one with a leadership aura, just to increase that output of her damage. So yeah, it's good for her, but she doesn't absolutely have to run this. I'm thinking of going for this one later maybe. For Tower of Adversity. It's not bad. Passive at the end of the turn heals a character and HP. 50% of her magic attack is a ton. She's kind of like Sophia there in a way. Although it's only 3 tiles. But yeah. Let's try this fire attack out. And the diffusing prism. Totally, both are good, but just for stats. Credenza really boosts her because she is a nuker with high cooldown skills. Exactly, yeah. She's a nuker. That's what she is. Kind of like Karis, but better. Because she doesn't have to wait a turn before she does the skill. Let's see what this does. So, not the best area of effect here. It's just a little cross there. But we do get the burning tiles. I guess you want to do this on ranged units. Looks cool though. Animation looks cool. Let's try this again. Did she actually brand that enemy when she did this skill? She should be. Let's do this. Huh? Yeah. That branding animation is like a split second. It's so difficult to keep up with. Yeah, but look at the place. She's setting the whole place on fire. That skill is sick. I see why that guy runs the skill now. This can be nasty. This can get really out of hand real quick. And remember, this one doesn't have any cooldown. Okay, I'm making her look real bad now. Just go back. Yeah, she struggles a lot without the alert skill. I don't normally run her without the alert skill. The alert skill just keeps her safe. because nothing can act around her. Just locks off everything. Wait a minute, so let's try the alert skill instead of the other AoE skill with this one. And then for fun, I'm gonna put Nirvana on as well. And then I'm gonna put maybe the energy skill as well. If we need it. Alright, so bring on the alert. Yeah, I think this is basically his full build that he was doing. He was using the alert probably. Okay, so yeah, the alert protects her, you know. It's like a safe haven. Isn't the skill actually called safe haven or something? Sanctum. Yeah, it's a sanctum. It's basically protects her. She just locks down everything. There we go. And this dude can't be spitting things at us anymore. Oh, he can. Let's end this fight, she says. Look at that fire there. Yeah, so another thing that the alert skill is giving her, it's also giving her the radiant, I keep forgetting these names. It's so difficult to keep up with these names. The radiant watch, she gets it for 2 turns. That's the regen she's getting. So this is actually, this alert skill is actually a very defensive skill if you think about it, because it protects her from enemies, doesn't let them attack her. If they do attack her, she's gonna regen some HP, as well as her allies. She's giving them the Radiant Watch as well. That's why my Samantha, like, she's been so frail in this fight, because if she's not running that alert skill, she's kind of weak, actually. So you must run that alert skill, in my opinion. You can also get the Radiant Watch from her big AoE attack, but we're not running that now. So yeah, for this fire skill, because the fire skill is not going to give her Radiant Watch, it's not going to let her go into the Radiant state. Yeah. Let's see something, yeah. So yeah, and so Radiant Watch also stacks, right? So you can stack Radiant Watch on top of Radiant Watch. That's why I like running the alert skill and the big signature AoE skill, because that's gonna stack those Radiant Watches on top of each other, because both of them give a Radiant Watch. And so then that means whenever you stack the Radiant Watch on top of each other, it's gonna last longer. When gained repeatedly, the duration stacks, so then it will be for longer, and she'll stay in that state constantly. Which means she's constantly regenning. Yeah. So I don't know about this build. It doesn't allow her to stay in the radiant state that much, but it's fun. It's fun for the fire. On it by herself though, she can't actually. I'm struggling to beat the stage. I'm dying. Whereas if she's running the AoE skill and the alert skill, she'll clear these guys with ease. Look at that. I'm struggling to manual the stage. I can't even manual the stage. I'm getting killed. Let's just look at the difference between this and then the other one. So this is a nice fun build, but I think you need to run other units with her to do that. If you put this bad boy on, it's like the one-man army build as well. And I can just leave on Oro as well. I think she'll be okay. So they wiped out. There's Judgment. There's the alert. He's not doing anything. There's the regen. The basic attack. judgment on both of them. This regen. Ooh, she's gonna struggle now though. Nah, I guess she's still dying. Yeah, no, I actually like that fire skill. It's crazy things you can do with that. Wow, okay, so I think I'm gonna wrap up now. We've been live streaming quite a while. That? An hour and 40 minutes. So yeah, no, Samantha SB, it's good. Really like this unit. First, really, I don't want to say OP, but first really good unit in a while. So yeah, good luck for the rest of you guys who's still pulling for her. Hopefully you can get her quickly. Don't go too crazy on the pulls because there's a lot of traps in there. Some people have been pulling on the wrong banner as well, apparently. Pulling for OG Samantha by accident. Don't mix it up. Here's your gal, Samantha. The one on top, yeah. Just be careful with the pulls, guys. That's all you need. If you can get the astral imprints, bonus. Don't go too crazy. I tried 10 pulls. I said I'm gonna try 10 pulls and then I'm done. That's all I did. I didn't get her. Just move on. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll keep live streaming later in the week maybe. Hopefully we can keep these SOC live streams up. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Everybody was in the chat as well and watching. Yeah, Total B, all you guys, Hockey, Avalon. Appreciate it. See you guys.